Yo, welcome to a brand new series called The Scene. This is the first episode. I've titled this Bad Breed, and as you can see, there's a lot of bad breeds out there. You know, people just don't want to change. You know what I mean? You got two types of people. You got that person who's just so called. You know what I mean? He's stuck in a trap. He's, you know what I mean, selling drugs. He's, you know what I mean? He's doing all sorts of robbing. You know what I mean? Flying tills, doing all sorts to make money, and you know what I mean. But then you got the other person who's like, I don't care, you know what I mean. And so the first person is like, you know, flying tills, robberies, everything, but he feels guilty. He wants to make a change, you know what I mean. He's planning on changing, you know what I mean. He wants to change, but then you got the other person who's he's just, you know what I mean, just wild. You know what I mean? Every time he's in beef, he's always got madness for no reason. For, you know what I mean? Just getting in drama. Rather than making money, he's more the guy that's just always in drama. You know what I mean? Just that bad breed. That person who you think is just never, he's not going to live long. You know what I mean? He's one of them guys. And he thinks he's invincible. So, yeah, I'm going to talk about them type of guys there. You know what I mean? The bad breeds. That's what we used to call it back in the day. Like, that youth's a bad breed. He's proper mad. Like, you know what I mean? Bad breed. And even the term itself, right, it's like a Jamaican term, right? Obviously, many people have come from backgrounds where their parents are Jamaican, and just when it comes to the streets and slang, roadman slang, a lot of it is, you know, used from, you know what I mean, taken from Jamaicans, right? A lot of the slang, you know what I mean, even like wagwan, these kind of things you hear a lot on the streets, right? Even people from other races, you know what I mean, say these words. So, you know what I mean. So obviously, bad breed now. You get a lot of them youths out there. They're just, you know what I mean. You feel like they're never gonna change, but I mean, there's hope for everyone. But at the same time, you feel like these youths are never gonna change, and they've got to change. I mean, if you're one of those guys out there who's just always on a hype, you're always in beef, like it's not worth it. Do you know how many men have got, you know what I mean, chefed up, as they say. We used to say shanked up or bored up. Now, you know what I mean, words change all the time from generation to generation. And the youths now, they say chef, like the youths getting chinged up or chefed up, you know, these words here. So yeah, man, like a lot of people, you know what I mean, you get them bad breeds, they just want to chef man up. It's not a case of, right, I'm going to carry something with me because I've got enemies and I'm going to defend myself. You know what I mean? Even if I have to pull it out just to scare them, I don't want to harm them. I don't want to put myself in jail. I don't want to kill no one. I don't want to, you know what I mean? I don't want no mum to cry. I don't want no one's mum to cry. But then you got that bad breed just doesn't care. You know what I mean? He's the same one that talks in songs, who raps in songs and says, "I'll ting him up. I don't care if his mum's crying." And to be fair, like, yeah, music can be entertainment. Some people are saying stuff, but they're not really about that life. But then there's some people, they're about their life, and that's not they're about that life, and that's not to say that they're bad, you know. It's just to say, like, raw, these youths are, yeah, they're bad. Okay, they're bad breeds, but they're not that type of bad that are like, yeah, you know what, see a man on the street, bro, I'm gonna fight, man. You know, not that type of, yeah, I'm gonna fight, man. And that's not even, I shouldn't even use that word for bad. That's more of a brave man defending himself, or, you know what I mean, not just fighting a man for no reason. But I would say, like, obviously these bad breed youths are like youths that have seen, a lot of them have seen stuff though, to be fair. It's not just a case of, okay, my man's just bad for no reason. You get them type of people that they come from a good home and they're just bad for no reason. You know what I mean? They got caught up in the wrong company, so that's why they're acting the way that they're acting. You know what I mean? Like walking around with shank for no reason. They got no enemies, but they're carrying a shank for no reason. You know what I mean? Like pulling man up, like for no reason, badding man up for no reason. Basically bullying bare man no reason. But he's only doing it because he's with a gang, he's with a crew, he's like 20 man up against one man, so he doesn't care. You know what I mean? And oftentimes you see this, like even with like there's a lot of men that come down from certain areas. I'm not going to mention areas, but they'll come down and they'll go to an area or some ends that haven't really got that reputation of being bad. So they'll go to them parties in that certain area and just bad up everyone because they knew no one ain't going to say nothing, especially when they said, they'll be like, you know, what ends you from? No, not even what ends you from. Or furthermore, they would say that because it don't matter what location you're in, you could be from any ends. So be like, what ends you from? And then they'll say their ends, they'll be like, man's from so and so. And it's like intimidation, like you're from a certain area, so what? Man should just give up my phone. And obviously you get some people who are very scared and timid and they'll just, you know what I mean, without putting up a fight. That's not to say you're an idiot because you're giving away your phone. Like sometimes it's the right thing to do because a man's got a shank on him or a man's got a strap. Obviously not for a phone, but more times that man's got a shank. So obviously you got to be careful in it. He's got a knife on him. Like you don't want to get stabbed up like over a phone. So you got to be careful. But at the same time, obviously when you're young, I can remember just being young and getting in certain situations. I'm not having it. Like I'm putting up a fight, but things could have went left. Like I could have got shanked up easily. You know what I mean? Because man don't want to fight these days. Even I'm saying these days, even back when I was young, man didn't want to fight. You know what I mean? Didn't want to fight. It was all about rushing, man. Like that's why you see certain man that are 10 man up, 15 man up, 20 man up. They think they're invincible. They'll go to the next man's ends as well, which is mad. Come to think of it, because if a person is in, you know what I mean, like that's what I'm saying, the intimidation. It's like, yeah, I'm from these ends, I've come to your ends, you can't say nothing because I'm from these ends. But if you think about it, he's in the wrong place. Like he's in the next area. For all he knows, enough man could gather up in that area, one phone call, you know what I mean, and that's it. But that's not the case. A lot of people get intimidated, you know what I mean, because the next man has come from a next area, and it's one of those areas that's got a reputation, you know what I mean. So anyways, back to the man, just like the man that are bad breed, you know what I mean. A lot of teens, to be honest with you, because I feel like you get them people that grow up into adults, say they're in their 30s, 40s, they're just all about money now. It's not really a gang thing, even though there's a lot of people still get caught up in that. And it's not really a gang thing, it's just like enemies. They got enemies and they got their family, like their brethren or whatever. It's not a gang, but it's looking like a gang because they got enemies now, and it's that one's the ops and this, that and the other. So you just have to, you know what I mean, you have to make a change. That's what people don't understand before it's too late. Enough men are old out here and just still trapping, still doing the same old. Like, don't you want change in your life? So, you know what I mean, like I said, some of these bad breeds, these youths, and obviously that term bad breed, it's like a bad seed, you know what I'm saying? A bad youth who grew up in the wrong way, raised in the wrong way, you know what I mean? He's just a bad youth. And he's always in drama, you know what I mean? Always in drama. Could have went drama school, could have went acting, like, you know what I mean? But he's in real life drama, on the streets, on the roads. He's in some, you know what I mean, in a predicament all the time. Always in problems, always got beef. Always want to join in some next man's beef, you know what I'm saying? And obviously you want to defend your brother, or you see him as family or whatnot. But it comes to a point where I've literally realized that enough men are literally jumping in front of a bullet. You know a next man's got mad beef. Before you turn around and think, you know what, bun it, like I'm out of this game. Because once you're out, you're out. It's not a thing of, nah, I'm not defending, man. But these times you're still doing some madness. Like you're still pulling the madness, but when it comes to your friend, you don't want to defend him. That's different. I mean, if you're in the game, you're in the game. How can you not want to defend your family, your brethren or whatever. But if you're out, if you're one of the ones that just wants to change completely, like I want to start working 9 to 5, don't want to sell drugs, don't want to get in no beef, don't want to die, don't want to go jail, don't want my mum to cry when I'm dead. Like, if you don't want that life, yeah, exit, leave. Don't even have to tell no one. Lock off your friends. Look, you know that they're bad breeds. You don't want to be a bad breed. You want to be a good youth now. You want to change. If you want to be a good youth and you want to change, you can't be around bad breeds. Can't be around bad company. It's reality. That's what it is. Like, you cannot be around bad company. You want to be good. You want to do good, yeah, and make your mum proud. You can't be around bad breeds. You know what I mean? It's not rocket science. If you think about it, if you just listen to your parents, which is what we're supposed to do, every single one of us, like being a Muslim, yeah, like for me, it encourages me to be better towards my mum. I'm a big man now. I don't get in trouble or anything like that. But even though I don't get in trouble, there's a way to speak to your mum, respect her, listen to her. All these kind of things come into play. And you're going to be accounted on the day of judgment. Every single one of us are going to be accounted for our deeds. And we're going to be asked about certain things. So if you're keeping up effery, yeah, I ain't going to say the word, but if you're keeping up effery, bro, that's what I'm saying. You're finished. Yeah, I don't want to say you're finished because anyone could change. Yeah, I don't want to say finito, khalas, finished. No. You can change. You know what I'm saying? Every single one of us can change, but it's about putting in that effort. It's about staying away from certain people, and yeah, like that's just how it goes. Like, if you want to change, if you want to change your circumstances, like a lot of people will blame it on their environment, their area, the ends that they come from. But if you look around you and you see messed up things going on, doesn't mean you need to be messed up. It doesn't mean that just because you come from a bad household, you know what I mean, like you've seen people sell drugs, don't mean that you have to be involved in it. For example, if your dad, yeah, is selling drugs, or your mum is selling drugs, and you're in the house and you're living there, like there's nothing you can do. But if you're at a certain age where you can move out, well, try your best to move out, bro. It's no good. Like, it's not a good environment. You can't stay there. You know what I mean? You gotta leave. Your parents are selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta leave. Your mum's doing prostitution. All these kind of things. Like, you can't be part of that life. You can't. Like, I've heard certain rappers here. I don't want to mention a particular rapper's name, but I remember him saying he sold drugs to his mum. Bro, he sold drugs to his mum. Fam, you know how, like, that's messed up. That is proper messed up. The only thing that I rate about this story is that he changed in the end, and that's the main thing. You change. He stopped selling drugs to his mom. He helped her out, got her into rehab or whatever. But still, he's still got that. He's gonna feel that guilt forever. Like, you know what I mean? As long as he lives, he's gonna feel that guilt of him selling drugs to his mom. You know what I mean? You can't really take that back. But he did make some changes, and that's the whole point. No matter how bad you are, you think you're a bad breed, or you think you're a bad youth. They won't even say bad breed, because when that term is just not a good term. Everyone knows if someone calls you a bad breed, it's not a good term. You automatically think about your parents, and you think, raw, my parents have raised a bad youth, or you know what I mean. I've took one of my my parents, the traits of my parents, the characteristics of my parents. That's what it sounds like. You come from a bad family, or you're a bad apple within the family. Like, you know what I mean? It doesn't sound good, bro. So it's all about change. I don't care what you've been through. I don't care how many men you shot, how many men you stabbed, how many houses you've run up on. You know what I mean? How many youths you've gun bucked or gun whipped. Yeah. I don't care, bro. I don't care how many burglaries you've done, all these kind of things. Like, I don't care. You need to change. Someday, somehow, somewhere, you need to change. So anyways, I want to end it on that note. Every Sunday, yeah, it's dropping. These type of videos are dropping every single Sunday, God willing. And yeah, till next time. Make sure you obviously share, like, subscribe, and like I said, this is going to be on every Sunday. The Scene, yeah, the Scene, and it's not just about. It's not no like. It sounds like maybe a music industry or music scene or whatever. No, it's everything. I'm gonna be talking about everything. So, it's about change. That was Bad Breed episode 1. And see you guys next Sunday, next week. Like, share, subscribe. Peace. Stay safe.